good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, so lovely to see you.
Absolutely, yes, so good. So good to be back. So good to be here for day 3 with you.
No, day 3 of what is turning into the most amazing 17th birthday celebrations.
Absolutely.
You were here on Monday, weren't you?
I was as well. I was at home yesterday prepping away for today. Oh my gosh, what a day it was yesterday with the brand new ink pads, our Shimmer ink pad. Oh, cheesy
You nearly knocked the disco ball off.
Where did you come from?
Oh dear, what are you doing here?
I've come from a cake.
She's like the fairy godmother.
Sorry, I've just grabbed. Do you know something? I was away last night seeing a horror. That's still in my mind now.
I've been in the cake all night.
Have you?
To surprise you.
Have you?
Yes. I've been in the cake all night. I've got a sleeping bag in there. I've got a thermos flask, a picnic.
Awesome.
If you're hungry later on, go and get something to eat.
Perfect.
Oh, nice.
You know they sold out yesterday.
So I
They
believe,
did,
yeah.
yeah.
Well, I'm back.
Right.
Because the Shimmer ink pads are back. Oh, we've been in the warehouse. I worked till midnight in the warehouse. I came here with me little sleeping bag. I thought I'll just camp in the studio. Got a little deal coming for you.
Amazing.
So, I leave you
Incredible.
two to set the scene.
What are you going to demo them for us?
I'm going to do a little waggle for you.
Oh, I love it when you waggle for us.
just a little
Why
waggle.
don't you? Are you going to go and get warm?
I'm gonna go and get warmed
your
up.
waggle muscle warmed
I'm
up.
going to get my
That's a
waggle
mouthful,
muscle.
Go and get your
isn't it?
waggles.
That was a mouthful.
A waggle muscle.
All right,
yeah.
I'll see you in a
All
bit.
right,
See you in a
see
bit,
you
yeah. Oh no, it's not me
You're
either. I was getting ready.
standing
I was getting ready to waggle there.
Oh, it's going to be another fun day here on Crafters TV. Oh, there is loads coming up.
Oh,
I can't stop
yes.
looking at that disco ball that's waggling itself behind you. Don't forget, of course, double points across absolutely everything, which is amazing.
I know.
And should we do the gifts?
Should we do the gifts? Let's do it.
Right.
Brand new free gift. Did you open it yesterday?
No.
No? Oh, I wonder what that could be. Beautifully
Quite
wrapped
light,
as well.
isn't it?
It is a
What
bit,
is it?
isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. You do it.
I love opening presents.
It's great, isn't it? So good. It's what birthdays are all about. What have we got?
Oh my gosh, this is a treat.
Is this the free gift? The actual free gift?
Ah, this is your daily free gift then for today. The vintage butterflies gilding wax kit. Gilding flakes kit.
Gilding
sorry.
flakes. Yeah,
so
not
that's
just the flakes. You've got the glue.
Absolutely.
And the little brush pad as
a
well.
whole kit, which is amazing. So all you need to do then is spend over £10 or $10. That will be auto added to your basket. And then, of course, if you're spending over £50 or dollars, Craig, you're going to get this.
You
aren't
are indeed, and this is only the second time I've looked at it, so I'm going to skip the first page.
Yeah.
I've been watching. Look at this one here, 6x6, exclusively designed by Faye.
Can only get it in our birthday event.
Absolutely. I don't even have one, and the guys and girls
No.
here have one. You're going to get one if you spend £50 or $50.
Amazing.
That's not it, though.
No, and the great thing is you've got a 10 off when you spend 50 in there that you can use through the months of November and December too, which is amazing. So you've got that in there for you. So you get you'll get the gilding flakes and that when you spend 50, of course. And then when you spend 100, you will get these exclusively designed colours just for our birthday event. They are your glitter markers.
They are.
And you'll also get 20 off when you spend 100 through the months of November
Again,
and December.
exclusive colours, only for a birthday event.
The only chance you get to get your hands on. So if you are spending over 100, you will get the 20 off. You'll get the glitter markers.
Yeah.
You'll get the paper pad.
will.
You get the 10 off when you spend 50. And you'll get as well the amazing gilding flake collection. How about
Absolutely fab.
that? We've also got that party booklet running
do.
as well, don't we? Over
We do
on the
indeed.
website. So you need to go over there, make sure you find the clues as well, and keep a lookout all day. We'll be sort of shoehorning a few bits in, won't we? throughout the day?
We may very well be doing that. So if there's a few of them that's kind of stumped you, as Joe says, do keep watching throughout the day because, yeah, we might just drop little clues in.
Well, indeed, yeah. I mean, obviously today, all about the Sarah Signature collection.
It is
which gonna be
indeed.
incredible,
It
isn't
really is. Straight away, it's going to give you the free gifts, isn't it?
It is. You're going to get all 3 of those free gifts
Well.
included. Right, and Leanne is, her waggle muscle is well and truly
She is.
warmed up. Some might say exhausted, I'd say warm. After yesterday, I'm surprised you're not all waggled out, honestly. She waggled all day from dawn till dusk.
She was waggling.
She, every day she's waggling. Let's share with you then that Sarah Signature collection, because there's a few different ways of getting your hands on it, but I must give you a heads up because it is very, very busy on this already today. So if you want to go for the pads, this one here is going to get you the 12 by 12. It'll also get you the 6 by 6 and the vellums and the luxury cardstock as well in there. £45 or $60. A lot of you adding an additional one of this to the rest of your collection. You've got options though. So if you want to go for the crepe flower making collection, you've got £19 or $23. So that gets you everything that you need in here to make those incredible flowers. You've got a saving on there as well. We then also have a further collection for you, which is your foam flower collection with 21 dies and your flower forming foam. So they are the flower forming dies and the foam. £35 or $45 is your price there on that one. Now we've got a showstopper. So that's going to give you everything that I've just shown you with a great saving as well. Saving you £25 or $23.50. That's £85 or $120. But the one that you want, you are the one I want. Is this one, because it gives you everything. It is the mega bundle. The saving is amazing here on this as well. 25% off of this, saving you £58 or $75 almost. The other thing is as well, you're going to save another £35 as a platinum member or $44.60 as a platinum member. Brings it down to £140 or $178.40. You'll get all the free gifts. You'll get free US shipping. You'll get free postage and packaging if you're here in the UK. You'll also get double points as well. And you've got, oh my Gideon, 10% already of that main collection has sold out and gone. Don't forget as well, we have got prize draws in every single show. All you need to do is comment and you'll be in with a chance of winning a goodie bag and a voucher, and you'll have a chance to go in for that main draw next Sunday where one of you lucky lot will win £250 worth of goodies and a £250 voucher as well. So many reasons that it's going to be a great day today. And the first one of those reasons is Leanne. Now Leanne, I know this sold out yesterday, the larger collection, didn't it? You and the team worked so hard to bring us this smaller one. I'm so glad though we've managed to secure some.
Absolutely, Joe. I just thought, you know, there were so many of you out there who were absolutely loving those ink pad demonstrations yesterday. So many of you got our Shimmer ink pads. But then I know there's also maybe a whole load more of you who are just joining us today for the first time and want to know what all of this Shimmer ink pad furore is about.
It has been a furore.
It has been a furore, hasn't it? And so we put this small bundle together, which I think is absolutely glorious. There are some lovely colours in here still, and you've got all of the USP. So everything we talked about yesterday is valid and relevant because they're exactly the same ink pads. Just a smaller collection for you, which is at a fabulous price again, Joe.
Great deal.
And there are a lovely selection of colours in there as well.
And we're still going to include £25, $33 worth of freebies to use alongside this. So yes, it is a slightly smaller collection. Comparatively, the value is there, the same as yesterday's collection. However, you can imagine what we've had to do is cobble together another bundle out of what we had left from yesterday.
Yes.
So think about, we had this much stock yesterday of the main bundle, and we've got minimal amounts of this. If you missed out on it yesterday, you were disappointed. Now is your opportunity to come in and grab these. You can still get them individually as well, I believe, but you will not get the freebies. So make sure you're buying the collection.
So the difference with the Shimmer ink pad, and I'm just going to show you this because I think this really does just make it abundantly clear for you how exceptional these are. The difference with the Shimmer ink pad to our metallic ink pads is that these are a shimmer, so not a metallic compound. A metallic compound lets you have a metal look, which is what our Midas ink pads are. Now, when you've got a metal compound in there, so i.e. real metal, there are only certain colours you can get, and that is the colour of metal.
Of course.
What we've done is take technology that gives you the appearance of that lovely shimmery look, which you can see flashing across there. This is the shimmer you're going to get, but we can get it in all of those vibrant dual colours that you've seen, and you get all of the benefits of a pigment ink. So you get that opaque coverage, you get the fact that they've got that moist stickiness to them, so you can they'll take your clear embossing powder brilliantly.
Awesome.
You can blend new colours with them. You can watercolour with them. If I show you this swatch book of the different things you can do, this will really help you understand. So we can do background blending with a water brush. We can do our faux bleaching technique, and every single one of these techniques will have that shimmer in the background. You've got dropping on colour
Love
to
that
a wet
one.
piece of card. This is
Beautiful,
exceptional.
isn't it?
And if I waggle this at your pet,
Oh, good waggling,
look,
Pet.
you can see those flashes of shimmer coming through there,
Shiny.
which is absolutely gorgeous, and it's effortless to do, Joe. You can do blending through a stencil. We're going to have a look at that. Look at how you can ombre and blend those colours together. They will blend beautifully. You can do your letterpress technique in your embossing folders. You can create a custom colour from the colours you've already
so
got
good, isn't it?
because they will blend together. So a brand new shimmer colour that you can create yourself. You can do your salt effects with them. You can blend colours directly onto a piece of embossed card. I think that with the rise and fall is exceptional. And you've got that beautiful shimmer in there. You can do your self-inking technique, so stamp it and then drag the colour out with a brush. You can spritz once you've stamped it if you want to and get that lovely soft movement like you do with aqua marker. You can paint, and again, if I waggle at it, you'll see that lovely shimmer in the background there. Look how amazing that is. It really is beautiful. You can watercolour paint with them. This is my favourite thing. And I'm hoping the light over here is going to let you see it.
It's very difficult to see it on the camera,
Did you
isn't it?
see
You can
it?
see it. It is much more impressive
In
to the naked eye, isn't it?
So if you look down the spine of the seahorse here, when I flash this at you, you're going to see the shimmer in there. And what we've done is stamp that seahorse in our tropic blue and then colour it with the turquoises from our tri-blend range, and you've got all of that shimmer in the seahorse. It's amazing in real life, isn't it?
Absolutely
Difficult on a
incredible,
camera,
yeah.
but honestly looks incredible. You can ink up your sentiments, so your die cuts, that is a die cut sentiment. I showed you how to do that yesterday, and that is only a soupçon,
A
Joe,
soupçon.
of what you're able to do.
It really is. If you want these, they're in the shop the day part of the website. So make sure you go over to the homepage, craftscompanion.co.uk.com.au, hit the shop the day, you'll see them. You have found these already this morning and you are loving them so far. So I know a lot of people thought they'd missed out yesterday.
Yeah.
It is a slightly smaller bundle, but we have got comparative value, and we may have been able to pinch a few extras from somewhere else in the business as well.
Well, that's why I camped out last night, because I was bribing people, Joe. You know, we're doing all of the bribes in terms of, come on, hand over some of those ink pads. You know, you've got them reserved for something. We've got all of those guys in birthday week wanting to take advantage, get their double points, get on the bandwagon. I mean, huge
Absolutely.
stock we had yesterday, Joe.
Massive. It really was.
So many of you took advantage of that, and I don't blame you, because they are exceptional. They are exceptional.
They are. And do you know what was lovely? Being stood next to you whilst you're doing this today is really nice, because actually it looked amazing through the screen the other day, and seeing you do this on the other side of the website, the other side of the studio. However, seeing them over here, whole new level.
Isn't it really?
Absolutely a whole new level. Do you know what they remind me of?
Go on.
They remind me of like eyeshadow palettes.
Yes.
You know, when you get that really lovely sort of shimmery eyeshadow.
Yes.
That's what they are like. And the same in the way that the coverage goes on, and they blend and they are smooth, and they're just really sort of just really rich, aren't they? Which is beautiful.
It's incredible, and you really...
Incredible.
It's
Hey.
incredible. I mean, I didn't even try. That just came naturally, Joe. I think if, you know, when you get these home and you do this for the first time yourself, you are just going to sit back for a moment in your chair, speechless, and think, absolutely right. Yeah, they are incredible. I can't believe the result that I'm getting and what it actually looks like. And I'm not going to do this whole stencil. I just want to give you an idea of what it's like.
Tell us about why we've redesigned that ink pad as well, because it
Yes.
is a different shape, isn't it?
It
to
is
what
a
we're
different
used to.
shape,
But I
Joe.
asked you yesterday, so you're still getting the same amount of surface area, so the value is still equally as good.
Value is still as good. The surface area is the same. The reason we've reshaped them is to make it ergonomic. So that fits in the palm of your hand very
Beautiful.
comfortably now. You can see that shape goes around the pad of your thumb area. If you've got dexterity issues, if you struggle to hold a regular shape, then this is going to be a problem solver for
Yeah, of
you,
course.
because you've got that shape now to get a good grip on. And then the other thing is, and you see me doing it in some of the demonstrations yesterday, large area and blending, small detailed application of ink on little stamps, you're not wasting anything. And especially if you're making a paint palette on your glass mat, being able to take the small end and just put down a small amount is absolutely fantastic, because then you don't waste your mediums. If I'd done this with the larger end in the past, I would have wasted that much ink, and I don't want to do that.
And you want it concentrated in one position, you don't want it spread out over your mat, do you?
Absolutely. Now, I'm not going to do any more inking there, because I know you and Craig have got a lot to go through in this show. So I'm just going to do a little reveal on this stencil for you. Look how fabulous that is. And I'm going to do a little waggle for you, Pet.
Do a little waggle for us,
Look
Pet.
at that. Those colours are absolutely exceptional.
It is amazing.
So, you know, we were sad that that bundle sold out yesterday, but to have them back, and like you say, comparative value, it's absolutely phenomenal, I think. These are some examples, Joe, of the sorts of things you can do. So you can do, would you like them here? Or would you like them? Yeah, we'll do them here. So you can do your blended backgrounds.
Nice.
You can do your enamelling. So we've done clear embossing powder over there, and then we've used it in a water technique. Can you see the flashes in the background there for that mixed colour? We've done our letterpress technique here. We've done some blending on embossing folders, the salt technique in the background. We've watercoloured these florals and done a watercolour wash in the background here. You can see that shimmer coming through a stencil, which is what I've just shown you. You can blend the deeper colours if you want to over embossing folders. You can just use them as very detailed stamps if that's what you want to do. You can use them on your creator cards and really colour those up. You can do your layering and have that wonderful background, and the overstamping, which is what you asked about, Joe. Are they opaque? Can you overstamp? That's overstamping on a background, not stenciling.
And great that they don't you know, blend together. They will blend together, of course, when you want them to, which is amazing. But then you can overstamp. I think it's really cool.
You can. Now, this is what I want to show you, because we talked about this a lot yesterday, Joe. And basically, you're taking white card with these shimmer ink
not
pads.
Centura?
No.
Ah.
You're taking white card and you're making your own colours of almost a Centura effect.
Yeah, so that pearlescent.
That pearlescent look, that every layer of that butterfly has had those ink pads, shimmer ink pads on there to get that beautiful look of shimmer. You can do your background techniques, you can do your ombring. That whole panel in the background has been embossed with clear embossing powder, my very favourite. Great for your silhouette scenes with those shimmers in the background. I've got to show the sentiment, Joe, because you're always amazed by this. I'm trying to find, here it is. Look at the quality of the sentiment. Now, an ink pad, and you were worried
I was really
that
surprised about this when you showed me this yesterday.
this sentiment's been chosen because you've got some nice thick font, you've got some fine font all the way through, some swirly details, the delicacy of that floral in one stamped impression with these ink pads. You get that and it's amazing, and you've got that beautiful shimmer all the way through, which you can see being caught in the light there. Joe, you will not regret this at all.
No, absolutely not. Let me just quickly share with you again then the colours that you are getting in there. So you're going to get frosty mint, amethyst, raspberry, tropical blue, peach rose, and the starry sky. They are the colours that you are getting in there. Someone's just talking about in the comments if it is easy to use for a left-hander. Yeah, absolutely, exactly the same. So you can see here I'm able to use that there. Yeah, I'm left-handed, very easy for me to use, or you can use it that way around if you're right-handed. It's completely up to you how you want to do it. So yeah, do grab those. A lot of people loving these. Love the shape, says Carol. Kim says I'm loving the shape of them as well. Christy loves the seahorse. Miriam says the new shimmer pads will work so lovely with the new Say It With Flowers collection. They absolutely will. Massive thank you, Leanne. I know you are heading off now, aren't you, over to
I'm off
the other side of the wall?
I'm off to the other side of the wall, off to Hobby Maker for 1 p.m. today. You all have a fabulous day. I'm a bit sad that I'm going to be missing out on all the fun today.
No, but we're back tomorrow, aren't we, together?
Back tomorrow for a full day. So I'll see you in the morning at 11. Have an amazing time and definitely get your shimmer ink pads.
Do indeed. Oh, I haven't showed you the freebies. I better do that, haven't I?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I'll see you tomorrow then.
Okay, then see you later.
See
Bye.
ya. Again, you're going to get 3 embossing folders in there included as well. Now, the 3 embossing folders, of course, are going to work beautifully with the collection as well. So those 3 embossing folders in there, they are going to come to, they're a value of $25.95 or $33.85 is what the cost would be on those. But you're getting them included for free, which is amazing. It really, really is. Right, Craig, we are so excited. Lots of excitement already in the studio this morning, but we haven't really got to the main event just yet because, of course, it is a brand new Sarah signature. And very different, like a completely new concept, really, this, Craig, isn't it?
It is unbelievably bright, it is bold, it is happy, it makes you smile. You've got so many elements. Now, I'm going to go through a few finished samples. I just want to show you, this gives you the indication of the colours as well as the designs, how bold it is, how bright it is. I mean, look at all of that. Look at the colours. I can tell you right here, right now, our brand new Spectrum Noir Shimmer ink pads are going to work and complement with this collection absolutely perfectly. Now, I know Joe's going to show you all the rest just shortly, but I'm going to show you what you can be making. These are all about saying it with flowers, whether it is paper flowers, whether it is with flower forming flowers, whether it is with crepe flowers. You can absolutely go to town on the florals. If you want to bring in other elements, by all means, you absolutely can do. But not only are the flowers big and bold and bright, your sentiments are as well. Your border dies are as well. Look at just one of the crepe
trousers
flowers you can then be making. But then look at this one as well. Look at that. Isn't that absolutely delightful? What about this one as well? You're going to be able to make an absolute abundance of flowers, whether it's paper flowers, whether it's stamp flowers, whether it's crepe flowers, whether it is flower forming. But you've got that full dyed collection as well if you go for the huge collection. You're still getting your pearls. You're actually getting, in my personal opinion, the best pearls I've ever seen within a collection. You're also getting ribbons, but wait until you see the colour of what is my absolute favourite. You guys know linen cardstock. It's back, and I think, and I feel, and I'll say that the linen cardstock complements this collection better than any other collection that we have done. So many things that you can be making. This is one you're going to want to use for your home decor, your frames, your scrapbook pages. Think about your wedding cards. Think about your anniversary cards. Anything along those lines, you can absolutely be making. If you are wanting to do it very simply, then you've got dies in there. But what I would say as well, within this collection, Joe's going to show you in a moment, it's about creating flowers with crepe paper. Now, what the team have done this time is they have put in stencils or templates. What we need to remember as well when it comes to flowers, for example, let's take decoupage. Many of you love to create your decoupage with the dies. Many of you, like me, love to start right at the beginning and hand cut. That's what you're going to be doing with these flowers. You're going to be drawing around the templates. We're going to be showing you just shortly. You're going to be creating these flowers from the beginning. You're going to be drawing around. You're going to be cutting. You're going to have that absolute that satisfaction of knowing that you've created these flowers all together from the start. You've got the top of my head. It's totally gone now. They come in with your yes, that florists use. It'll come.
The wire, floristry wire.
You're getting the wire, you're getting the
Floristry
tape as well. For me, it's magic tape. You don't think it's sticky until you actually activate it by stretching it. All of these you can be making. As I say, if you want to bring in other elements, you can do, i.e. papers, but it's bright, it's bold, it's beautiful, it's happy, it's smiley. I'm not surprised so many have gone for that full collection already. Joe, there is absolutely loads that you get within this one.
There is over 10% of the big collection has already gone. They're the details on your screen. 25%. We've only been able to secure a finite amount of the biggest collection because the saving is so large. We've given you a really big birthday saving on this. And we're allowing you to have your Club Inspired discount, and of course you're going to get all the gifts as well. So we've only been able to secure a certain amount. That's why it's going quite quickly. That's why over 10% has already gone. I'm going to take you through the smaller bundles that you've got available to you as well. Let's start, as we always do, with the paper pad. So this is the paper and vellum collection in here. Look at this beautiful imagery. You've got really lovely, rich, lustrous colour tone. You've got beautiful flowers. I love that it's kind of a little bit abstract as well at the same time. Double-sided for you. You've got 36 sheets in here as well. 180 GSM. Absolutely love this. And again, you're going to be able to ink over this and stamp onto this if you want to. So that is your 12 by 12. You will also get the 6 by 6 included in there as well. And then what we're going to do is we're going to move into the luxury cardstock that you've got. It's a linen style luxury cardstock that you've got in here. And again, the great thing about this is that it's all perfectly colour matched, so it complements beautifully all of the different sheets inside. Let me show you actually what I mean by that. So if you have this one, for instance, you can use pretty much any colour with it. So you can see the way that it's been put together. even if it's, you know, the burgundy that you're using in here, let me point that around so you can see, whether it's the burgundy, the blue, or the green that you're using in there, they all colour match together beautifully for you. So the whole thing is, the whole great thing about a Sarah Signature collection is it doesn't matter what element you take from whatever piece of the collection you're using, it's all going to work together beautifully. Let me show you the vellums that you've got in here as well. So these are the vellums. So again, all going to beautifully match the papers in that collection and everything else that's running. The linen cardstock is going to beautifully match with those vellums, of course, too. And they are stunning. The opacity on the vellum is beautiful. It is, it's 150 GSM, so it's a really lovely weight on this one. If you want to tear it, distress it, emboss it, die cut it, you can do all of those different things. That is your paper card and vellum collection. 120 sheets in total there on that one. £45 or $60, £36 or $48. I know a lot of you will be adding an extra one of those into your basket regardless of what you are going for within this collection. We're now going to move on to the crepe flowers, which are this element just here. So this is the flower making kit that you've got here, as you can see. And what you're getting in here is the crepe paper that you need to make all of these different flowers, which is beautiful. It is so fine and delicate, but also incredibly textured, so you get that wonderful lifelike result. You've got the polystyrene balls in here, you've got the tape, that magic tape that Craig was talking about, and you've got the floristry wire. And then what you're also going to receive in here are the stencils that you're going to need to put the rest of this together. So that one there is your peony. You've also got your carnation, your dahlia, and your rose. So that is what you're going to get in that particular collection. £19 or $23. Remember, everything I'm sharing with you is in the largest collection. Now, we also then have a flower foam collection for you. And in here, what you're going to get is the Say It With Flowers flower forming foam. And that, of course, is going to match everything I've shared with you absolutely beautifully. And then what you're going to get are the dies that allow you to create using that foam. So you've got the chrysanthemum. You're also going to get the peony, which is that one there. They are so beautifully dimensional. And then you've also got the rose in there too. £35 or $45 if you want to go for that lot. If you want to go for the three that I've just shared with you, then we've put something special together for you for all the items that you've seen so far. It's called the Say It With Flowers Showstopper Deal. It's £85 or $120 if you want to get that. Saves you £24 pretty much there or thereabouts wherever you are shopping, which is excellent. However, far and away the busiest option, far and away the least amount of stock that we have is on the full collection. Those of you out there that have get full set syndrome and want to have the complete collection, this is the one that you want to go for. You're going to get these items here that I'm sharing with you in this bundle and not in the others. So what you will get in here is you will get the elegant floral spray. Absolutely stunning. We've then got this one here, which is your self-adhesive gems. They're going to come included in here. You will get ribbons in here as well. Again, all beautifully colour matched. We have got some wonderful sentiment dies in this larger collection. So that one there is the Happy Birthday. I love it's got a kind of like Art Deco, kind of real classic American sort of feel to it, which is gorgeous. Then you've got your Dearest Friend. You'll also get Just For You. This one here, that is the first of your frames. That's Timeless Elegance that you're looking at there. You will also get Floral Splendor. These will be great for mounting up your floral projects onto. We've got an edgeable in here. Let's face it, it wouldn't be a Sarah Signature without an edgeable. It's your statement floral bouquet. You've then got sentiments too. So you've got A Fabulous Friend, things like Thinking of You, Happy Birthday. When I count my blessings, I count you twice. Really beautifully put together sentiments. This one here is your Pretty Peonies. You've also then got the classic Baroque. It is an absolute whopper, this collection. The value is off the chart, and then you've got the intricate arc in there too. Now, if you bought all of that individually, £233. However, we've taken £58 off of that today, and then Platinum members, we take that right the way down to £140. So Platinum members are saving £97 thereabouts on this brand new collection, which is off the chart. This is Look, Sarah Signature is always the biggest launches for us. Our birthday Sarah Signature is arguably the biggest launch of the entire year. I'd say this and probably our Christmas ones are the two biggest ones we do. That's why we've done something incredibly special for you. That is why, I can't remember about to say this, but 31 minutes in, a fifth almost of the stock has gone. If you're in the US, it should be $297 if you bought it individually. It is $223 for you today. That's a saving of $75. And then you're going to save an extra $44.60 as a Platinum member. Free postage and packaging if you're in the UK, free shipping and handling if you're in the US. You've got double points and you will automatically qualify for all three of the free gifts, which is excellent. Exceptionally busy. If you want this biggest collection, I'm going to leave these details on the screen for you. This is the one that's going the quickest at the moment. I just hope there's some left for Sarah at 2, because I'm telling you, Craig, she's going to be fuming with us if it's all gone. And easy to see what's going. It's such a gorgeous collection, isn't it?
It really, really is. I love the fact that what we've now got is the ability to create our flowers with our crepe papers in here. So that's what we're going to do to start off with. I thought, let's show you, because at first some of you might think, how are you going to use them? What way do you use them? What can you use with them? Because you've got everything to start with. And what's lovely as well is it does all come in its own individual packet as well. Templates will come in a separate pack, but you've got everything that you need. So I'm going to make the garden rose. I thought it was very applicable for this show here. Now, what we've got when it comes to the rose, what we need is our templates, and we're going to need all the ones for the rose. So with this one here, it tells you here, it's the petal 3, petal 2, petal 1. So these are the 3 petals you're going to need to create the rose. And it tells you there, you need 8 of them, you need 6 of them, and you need 6 of them. It also tells you the grain line. And what that is the grain of the crepe paper.
Oh, that's handy that that's in there.
Yeah.
Kind of like the waft and the weft or whatever it's called when you're sewing.
Yes.
Is that what it's called? The bias, that's
the bias,
the waft and the weft.
The bias. It's got that string action to it. It's got that pullback action. That is the grain that you've got in that direction. Just to say as well, it's not just that little bit that you get. You get all of these colours, great big rolls of all of these colours, as well as everything else that Joe was showing. Now, what I would do as well is you also need your leaf, so you need 2 of them. You also need your sepal, you need 1 of them, and then your central, so that is your central one, you need 1 of these. What I would say, please remember, petals are not perfect in nature. So what I'm away to show you here, you can do it very roughly like I've been doing. So what I'm going to do, Joe, is I'm going to use my art liner so that you can see it a little bit easier. So all that you're going to do is where you've got your grain line, you're going to run that in the direction of the grain of your crepe paper.
What would you use if you were doing this at home just on your own, Craig?
So, well, it would depend on the colour that you're using. You can get away with using a pencil.
Right.
But the reason I like to use the art liner or something that's a very, very fine line, 1, it makes it easier to see.
Yep.
And 2, because they're petals, you don't have to be exact. So what I mean by that, Joe, is I'm actually going to cut just on the inside of the line.
At a time, that's great.
So all that I'm doing as well, as you can see here, I've lined 3 up.
Perfect.
You could do 4, you could do 5. I've done 6 yesterday.
Amazing.
So then all that I'm going to do is I'm going to roughly cut around. So this is what I mean by you don't have to be perfect. If you cut in, if you go a little bit further out, if you cut in a little bit more than you should do, don't worry about it. It's very, very rough. As long as you've got that rough guide, that is it. That is how you would do your petals. So with the large one, as I say, you're going to need 8. So I do have them all done in front of me. So I've got my 8 of them.
Don't eat them, Craig.
Yes, they are not those crisps or potato chips that we call Pringles here.
I just let everyone know, Craig, it's getting a bit silly out there at the moment. We are on our way to a quarter gone, and we're 35 minutes into the preview show. We've only spent about 10 minutes on it. The paper pad's exceptionally busy at the moment.
I'm not surprised. I am not surprised. I'm going to go out on a limb and say potentially this is the most brightest, boldest, floral collection we have ever done.
Oh, Shimmer.
Look at this. Just before Leanne walked out, I've taken some of these Shimmer ink pads, this one being the raspberry. And all that I'm doing, Joe, once again, very, very roughly and lightly, but you will still get the shimmer coming through when it comes to the petals.
Amazing. Should we do some hellos? We haven't even said hello to anyone yet, Craig.
Let's do it.
Let's do some hellos then. Thea's saying hoi hoi. Regina's in Buffalo. Kirsty's in Teesside. Hi. Anne is looking forward to the show. Shelley is saying how awesome everything is. Anne's saying looking forward to all the stuff arriving. Can you imagine as well? All those massive parcels that are going out. Dolly Dimple, one of my favourite names, says, yay, I don't have that free gift, but we'll be getting it with my first order. Kathy says hi. Gillian saying hello as well. Leanne is saying hi. Who else we got? Leslie's in Sussex. Val's in Southampton. Jennifer's in Kansas as well. Bubble and Squeak is saying hi. Ashford's got their order in. Jean's got their ordering. Jackie's been waiting for this as well. Pamela is loving it, as is Donna, Cynthia, Leslie, La Quieta. Everyone
nice
is absolutely loving this. I think people have been waiting for this one, Craig, haven't they?
Oh, I think they
There's
have.
so much excitement around this.
Yeah, if you're an avid collector, you have been absolutely waiting for this one as well. And this is what, I know there's times where we'll say collections are going to work for all occasions. This really, really will. And what I'm going to say within this one here is, although it's bright and it's bold and it's happy, by using some of the floral dyes with some of your subtle cardstocks, you can go, unfortunately, down that line of the sympathy. So this is where it really is going to work for all occasions, you know, birthdays, anniversaries, celebrations, etc., etc. But then what I've done now is I've gone round the edges and inked them with the raspberry. You can do more if you want, that's up to you. But then what I'm going to do with my bone folder or your little ball tool, all that I'm going to do is I'm just going to shape it lightly.
I presumed it wouldn't be robust enough to do this with, Craig.
Sorry?
I presumed it wouldn't be robust enough to be able to be shaped as a crepe
You
paper.
thought wrong.
It feels and looks very delicate, doesn't it?
It does, it really does. And that's part of the reason that they have put the crepe paper flowers in, because you've got more of that delicacy within them, but they are still versatile in the shaping that you can do with them. I wouldn't necessarily be really, really pulling it tight, but still you're able to get shape. I mean, look at that.
It's amazing.
It's if a petal has actually just fallen down, it's sitting on the glass table, and you're going to keep them.
Absolutely.
But by shaping them like that. So I'm going to go around. Now remembering on each template, it does tell you how many you need. So that large one, you do need your 3 of them.
Very, very busy on the extra paper.
8 of them, sorry.
Sorry?
It's 8 for the large.
8 for the large
8
one.
for the large, 6 for the medium, and then 6 for the small.
What I love about this, Craig, is it's a new concept for flowers, isn't it? We love, isn't it? Because we love making flowers from cardstock using our dyes. I've absolutely loved that. You know, foam flowers sort of was a game changer really when it came to making flowers. But now what we've done is brought out this concept that's going to take it to the next level again. Because we're making lifelike size flowers now. These are not just flowers you're going to be able to incorporate into craft projects. These are home decor pieces. You're going to be able to make sprays. You could do arrangements with these as well.
Of course you could.
And get the kind of quality that, you know, you'd be going out. There's a huge brand, isn't there, of faux flowers here in the UK, Craig. They are beautiful, but for a spray or a vase worth, they, you know, can be upwards of £100. You can be making them yourself with this collection, which I just think is brilliant.
And that's a key point as well, Joe. You are literally making them from scratch. Nothing wrong with dyes. We are a dye company and we will always have our dyes. But you are limited to the size sometimes, whereas with your templates, you've got more creative freedom in the shape that you want to cut.
Absolutely.
Now, you can use your wet glue for these ones. For the sake of the time, I am using my hot glue. If you are going to do your hot glue, of course, I am going to say, do be careful. But all that I'm doing is I'm taking one of these polystyrene balls and I am pretty much going around and I'm coating the actual base of this ball. This is using the circle that you've drawn around in the same colour, so you can do whichever colour that you want. So we're just going to go in and I'm just pleating it so that we make it neat, but you're not going to see this base bit, so don't worry about it if it's not neat. It's basically what we're wanting. So if I hold that for a second, if I turn that around, what we're wanting is a little bit of curvature. We're wanting that bulb because that is going to be the center of the rose that you're then going to work around. So this is what I mean by if you are doing them at home, you've got more time, you can be using your wet glues, but for time and speed, I'm using the hot glue. So all that I'm then doing is I'm just going to manipulate it, make it as smooth as I can. Pleats really do look effective to it. But then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with my actual, what do you call it? So I'm just going to go in here. This is with my floral wire. And on the base side, I'm just going to pop that in. So I'm going to pop that. So we've got what looks like a little lollipop. It's not. And then what I'm going to do here, so if I then take my glue gun here, I'm going to start into one side. And then this side here, I've got my ink on. So I'm going to turn that on itself. And then I'm going to twist that one around. So it's really, really handy. It's worthwhile doing the twisting around. So what I mean by that is instead of putting a bit of hot glue in that one area, so let's turn that one around, we're then going to fold that one over. So this is when we're getting that twisting of the petal. So then I'm going to go into this one here. And then I'm going to do exactly the same. So I'm going to pop that one in, and then I'm just going to leave that just for a moment for it to then start to take shape. And
you know,
then,
it's exactly the same process if you make a flower out of icing, Craig.
is it really?
A piped flower out of icing is exactly the same as this. You start with a dollop of icing in the middle, and then you just go around the outside and you just add more petals as you move it round and build it out. Yeah, exactly the same concept.
I did not know
process.
that. Did not know that. Now, you can then be shaping at the start as I'm doing here, but then the reason I don't shape too much to start with, Joe, is I like to come along, and this is what I was doing yesterday. I was coming along, starting it off when it comes to the petals, starting it off with the shape and then carrying on afterwards. So then what I'm also going to do is I'm just going to tighten that one up that little bit more within the middle because I want more of that closed cup. So I'm going to go round into here as well. So I'm closing that petal up. So this is where if you do start to see any of the center, you've covered the ball. So it doesn't matter. It does not matter whatsoever. So we'll keep going. So I'm just going to pop more of my hot glue in here. So if I pop another one in here, and we're overlapping each petal as we go. So I'm going to go in, and then what I'm going to do is pop a bit here. So
a lot of people let me know they're ordering these, Craig. Anne's gone for the whole collection. Jennifer's got the full collection as well. Who else? Caroline has got loads. Three orders on the way for Caroline, Craig, on day 3. Zoe says Craig must have asbestos hands.
I do.
Yes. Can you make flower buds with this concept? Asked Di.
Of course you could. Absolutely. Of course you could. You've got a variety of different petals when it comes to the template, but then why not go freehand if you want to? You can absolutely do that. All that you're going to do is the tighter the bud in the middle, the smaller the bud's going to be. So overlapping each time. I'm now going on to my middle petals. So overlapping. So we can see how that's starting to come together. So going in, I'm just going to work my way around. So I'm just going to close that one over. And believe it or not, I'm not actually touching much of the hot glue. So this is why I want to do it predominantly, or primarily, as I was saying at the start, because of speed. But you can, if you've got your little finger grips, you know, your heat finger grips from your foil press, if you want to use them, you can do. But it's all about building up that shape. It's overlapping each time. And as I was saying, each time I'm making sure that that ink of that petal is falling outwards, falling at the back.
Bethan says, exactly what I was thinking, Bethan. These look a lot easier to make than I presumed they would be. It is just a process, isn't it, Craig? You know, very simple steps that you're just repeating over and over again.
Exactly. That is it. That is exactly it. So you're starting with the smaller ones. You're starting with the main tiny little centre buds, and then you're working your way around, or petals. You're doing the medium, then you're doing the large as well. And it is the simple case of bending, twisting, shaping as you're going around. The only difference I would have done with this one so far is I would have closed the petals in a little bit more, but you can see how it's starting to come together. So I'm going to then go in. I'm now moving on to my larger petals, and once again I'm closing inwards. So closing in. You can as well, if you want to, if you find your little polystyrene ball is rolling about the actual wire, then you can secure it with a little bit of the hot glue, because you're not going to be taking that off. You're going to be keeping that in place. Unless you did want it to be a separate flower head, then the actual floral wire is going to be staying in place.
I think just one of these sat in like a little glass bottle on your, your dresser would look amazing.
That's it.
Wouldn't it? Or collections of them. I'm thinking about things like corsages as well, popping them on outfits as brooches. And then, of course, all the different crafty ways that you're going to be able to use them. I mean,
Exactly.
there's so many different options with this collection.
There really is. There really, really is. It's that satisfaction as well. When I was playing with these ones the other day and making one up, I was nice, I was relaxed, my mind was completely on the flowers and what I was doing. So it's a very nice therapeutic way to create your flowers. It's potentially, this could be the next wave of relaxation. What I mean by that is, you know, we did have fussy cutting, decoupage, that's one way of relaxing. Colouring is another one.
Yeah, crochet.
And flower forming, crochet is one. So your crepe flowers, this could potentially, in my opinion, be another way to just relax, chill out. Just saying you're going to have more time than me. And saying that though, and the little time that I do have, I'm over the moon with how this one's starting to look. And it's a simple case of overlapping.
It's beautiful, doesn't it? Absolutely
Overlapping
stunning.
each time. Then you can think about how you're going to display them the way you've been talking about, Joe. Come in, and then what about die cutting any of your little butterflies, maybe your dragonflies? They could be into the middle. That would then be really, really fab. Maybe take your butterfly die and then die cut it in a little bit of craft metal and then pop the butterfly within here. That would look fab. But let's go in. I'm going to add one more overlapping onto this side here. So I'm going to add that one to the base. I'm just going to hold that together so that you can see. Other reason as well, I've used the hot glue, is it means I can go straight in to this base. So even just at that, Joe, I mean, look at
Just
that.
delightful, isn't it?
Look at that.
Cool.
So I would tuck that in a little bit more. But what I'm going to do within this point here, I'm just going to crunch this together. So I'm going to crunch it together with my fingers. I can start to manipulate that a little bit more. But the difference that that shimmer ink pad's given to those grains, as I call them, when it comes to the petals, so we can see how lovely that is. And then what I've already done as well, in the same way, so taking your little, what looks like a crown, and also the leaves, what I've done here, you can see I've drawn around them same way. So you only need one, it tells you one, and it says you just need 2 of the leaves. It tells you 2. You could do more if you want to, that's entirely up to yourself. But what I'm then going to do is I'm going to come in here, and then just around that edge, give me another glue stick, and then I'm going to go around here. I'm going to work my way in here. And then you've got even more creative play. If you want to put a couple of these leaves in here and then add more down the base, you can do. What I'm then going to do within this one here is where you've then got your, what I call like the crown. And because it stretches, what I'm doing is I'm going to twist that one around. So I'm going to hold that, And then as that twists around, and those little points then are making that, there's that specific word, isn't there? The calyx. It's like it's making that calyx at the base. So all that I'm going to do is I'm just going to neaten that out slightly.
It's amazing.
You can see
they
how
look
that
so
looks.
realistic, don't they?
They really do. They really, really do.
Because there's paper, I bet you could spritz these with like perfume as well if you wanted to.
Of course you could.
I bet they'd absorb that and they'd actually have a bit of fragrance to them
That
as well.
would be fab. How fab would that be? And then I'm going to take these ones. Now, what you could do, because you've got a load of the wire, I'm not going to do this, but what you could do is you could then cut that in half, or maybe 3 if you want to, put a petal onto one of them, and then you can then attach it to the base so that it's starting to stick out.
Yeah.
Because what we are going to do is we're going to take that floral tape. So what I'm just going to do for the sake of the show, remember, Sarah's got the full 2 hours with this later
Johnny
on.
just made a great point, Craig, as well. You could spend £175 on a couple of sprays of flowers, a few,
Of course you could.
You know, posies of flowers that would only last a few days. With this, you're going to be able to make so many incredible displays of flowers that are going to last forever, Craig.
They will. They really, really will. Look how well that's come together, but you just need to neaten it a little bit. So what we've got, what I'm calling is our magic tape. So what this is, it is a sticky tape, but it doesn't stick until you stretch it.
Okay.
So what I'm then going to do is I'm going to start at the top, and I am literally going to wrap and roll all the way round. Now this is where, if you were, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut one. If you then had another one sticking out the side with a leaf here, this is where your tape is actually going to cover it all. It's all going to be one complete wrap. So as I say, it doesn't stick until you stretch it. I'm pulling it just ever so slightly. That's activating the stick. And I'm not going to go all the way down because I don't want to waste any, because I've not got any of this excess wire. But if I then twist all the way to finish off, I mean, look how neat that is now. I'm trying to angle it so that you can look how neat that is now, that we've got the calyx, we've got some of the leaves. You can have more of the leaves coming out the bottom. Other than enclosing that bud in the middle, that little bit more, that's the only difference I would do. But then look at that one there. So that
Incredible.
is using your flower set here. So we tuck that one also in. But for the, I have to say, for the sake of about just less than 10 minutes or so, I'm really, really chuffed with how that one's come alive. But you can see how it looks if you don't add any of the inks. Now, you don't have to use the shimmers. I will tell you that they do complement it perfectly. Could be your water reactives, it could be your pigments if you want to. But that is now the next stage in flower forming when it comes to our Crafter's Companion collections, our Sarah's Signature collection.
Yeah,
that's just one that you can be doing.
A whole new concept, isn't it? It really is going to be able to make so many with this as well. Let me just show you a few of the flowers that I've got over here as well, just to give you an idea, just to the different styles that you're going to be able to create. Look at how full and lush these flowers are. They are absolutely massive. They really are big statement flowers that you're looking at. And I just love the idea of just popping a few together. I mean, tying them in a little bit of ribbon. What a beautiful little poses you're going to be able to make out of them. They're so realistic. They're so lifelike. They hold their shape so well. And the great thing is, yes, you can go out and you can buy crepe paper out there on the market. Crepe paper is crepe paper. This crepe paper has been designed to work with this collection. Therefore, it's more robust. It's what you need it to do. It's going to hold its shape better as well. So it's a whole thing working together, which gives you these amazing results. I do need to let you know, though, that of the full collection, I was meant to tell you a quarter had gone. On its way to 30% of the stock has gone. Now, I'm going to give you an opportunity to check out in just a second. There are a lot of you in the ordering process. Lots of you getting the full collection, all of these items. How many items are in there, Johnny? Well, I'll count them in a moment. Let me share with you everything that's included as well. Then here's everything you're going to get. You're getting one of everything in the collection. It is the full set for you. It offers you the biggest saving as well. 23 items in there, £58 you save, or $74. Platinum members save a further £35 or $44.60. So amazing, amazing savings. You're looking at close to £100 saving here if you're in the UK as a Platinum member. Remember, there's those other collections for you as well. So if you want to go for the paper, the card, the vellum, the luxury cardstock, that's a small collection for you. That is available too. Let's give you the details for that, because pretty much the most popular way of going for this at the moment is the big collection and an extra one of this. £45 or $60 is your price there. I should say everything is available individually if you want to stock up on individuals. Also, we've got the crepe flower making collection as well. In here, you're going to get the stencils and that specially designed crepe paper for you. We then also have the Say It With Flowers foam flower collection. It's going to give you the 3 dyes and the flower forming foam to go with it. Or then those 3 collections I've just shown you, they can be bundled together into what we're calling a showstopper collection, which is this next one just here. 10% of that has now gone already, £68 or $96. Sandra makes a great point, because you know I love flowers, Craig. I really do. I like to have flowers at home all the time. Sandra says, Joe, you can permanently have flowers in your apartment without worrying about how often you are there. That is a great point, because I'm at home so little at the moment, Craig, that I've stopped buying flowers. And I absolutely love having them at home. What a great way. And you can't kill these ones. They don't need watering, which is excellent. Right, I think what's going to have to happen is you're going to have to check out your baskets, and then we'll come back, and then we're going to have a little look at what is on the rest of the show. So whilst you do that, here's all the details of Club Inspire.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, $1 or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
Come on, that was really funny, Ben. You did.
It was better than your I'm a gnome and I live in a caravan.
I am a gnome and I live in a caravan.
Can we clip that? Everybody's gone surfing, surfing USA.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
You entertain us. You give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV. Create every day.
Here at Crafters TV, it couldn't be easier to get social with us. Whether you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, on your TV or tablet, you can get so close to the action, it's like you're in the studio with us. You can ask questions about products or crafty techniques. Get hints and tips from our expert demonstrators. Plus, share pictures of your crafty makes with our amazing community. Crafters TV, getting you closer to the crafty action.
We are celebrating our 17th birthday in style, and we've got some show-stopping surprises in store for you.
There's double points for Club Inspire members every single day.
You'll also receive a different birthday surprise favour every day when you spend over 10.
Now, you know we like to spoil you, so we've got even more exclusive free gifts when you spend over 50 or 100.
So many new launches and sensational special offers coming your way. You really won't want to miss out. So check out the Crafters Companion website to join the party.
Wow, so incredibly busy over on the website at the moment. Loads of you tuning to check out. Remember, a full launch day with myself and Sarah is coming up at 2 p.m. here in the UK, which is, 9 a.m. East Coast, 6 a.m. over on the West Coast. Don't forget as well, free gifts running throughout the entirety of this 17th birthday celebrations. There is a daily changing free gift, and today's is this. It is, of course, your vintage butterflies embossing powder kit. So you get the gilding flake kit. So I mean, I've said it wrong about 6 times so far today. In here, you're going to get the gilding flakes, you get the adhesive in there, and you also get the sponge as well. So complete collection, complete kit there for you. So that is coming included when you're spending over £10 or dollars. If you're spending over £50 or dollars, you will get what I've just shown you there. You also get this as well. It's the beginning of spring. It is a exclusive paper pad to our birthday celebrations. This is the only way to get hold of this. What you'll also get in here as well is this, a voucher for 10 off when you spend 50 to be used through the months of November and December. Then, if you're spending over £100 or dollars, you will also get these 2 glitter markers exclusive to our birthday celebrations. This is the only way to get hold of these. No plans to retail these after our event, so they are really limited edition. And you'll also get a voucher when you spend over £100 for 20 off when you spend 100 through November and December. So you'll get, if you're spending over 100, which you are, most of you, on that largest collection, you will get the 20 voucher and the glitter markers, the 10 voucher and the paper pad, and then you'll also receive this, the gilding flake kit as well. So loads and loads of value thrown in there for you, as well as the great savings, as well as the double points. Don't forget about the prize giveaways too. There are so many incredible reasons to shop with us through our 17th birthday celebrations. Right, we're going to go back to Craig. He has got something that you're always involved in, aren't you, the craft kits, Craig?
I am indeed, yes. So when your craft kit comes out across on the Facebook page, you will find a couple of demonstrations that I have filmed for you to get going. Now, this one is a reveal wheel. So this box number 53 makes a minimum of 18 cards. You've got over 200 elements, and I tell you what, let's show you, before I show you what's in the box, let's show you what you can be making, and this is what you're going to be able to make, and it is the reveal wheel. Now look at that one there, so I just need to get my fingers into here. You've got your reveal wheel. So celebrate with style, dance on the floor, drink Prosecco, or of course eat cake. So that wheel is revealing what is there. So that is the craft kit. So reveal wheel, giving you over 200 elements, $24.99 or $24.99. What you're going to get inside is all the goodies to make them. So you're going to be able to make that reveal wheel. So what you have got is you've got your die set. So you've got your circle. It does die cut your tiny little hole in the middle. And you've got this half circle here, which will enable you to pop your fingers to the side to do the reveal, and then your 3 different aperture dies. Then what you've also got, which is actually the mechanism, is your little template or stencil. You're going to need that one. Then what you've also got is you have got these stamps. Now these stamps are what is going to be revealed. Drink Prosecco, dance on the table, eat cake, celebrate with style. You've got all these little embellishment stamps too, including these sentiments. You've got a couple of arrows that you can stamp to point out for the recipient to reveal that wheel. You've got that one included as well. Then what you're getting is 100 dewdrops, so you can be colouring them if you want with your alcohol pens. You've got your assorted ribbon. So if you are new to us, maybe you are new to Crafters TV and you're watching us because of our birthday event, our monthly craft kit, there's one that comes out every month, and it is exactly that. It is a craft kit in one. You get the dies, you get the stamps that is then going to create that concept. You've got your card blanks. This is where you make a minimum of 18 because you've got 18 card blanks. Once you've used them, you're going to be using your own. They are 5 by 5. You've got the envelopes as well, but you can be making them bigger if you want to, using your own card blanks. Then what we have got is we have got our 8 by 8 card pad as well. Now what you've got is, at the top of my head, you've got 6 designs or 6 colours, and then you're getting 3 of each. So look at the bold colours you've got, your turquoise, you're getting your lilacs, that real deep yellows, you've got your peach as well. I mean, look at all of these, absolutely gorgeous. So 6 colours and you're getting 3 of each. And then what you're also going to get,
so much in these, the value is always off the chart, isn't it?
Always off the chart, Joe, exactly. You've got your pattern papers as well that complement. So once again, you are going to be getting your 6 designs and you're going to be getting 3 of each. So really good for the masculine cards, as you can see within that design there. Plays havoc on your eyes on the camera, doesn't it? But you've got the florals. You might want to bring in some of your Sarah Signature collection papers if you want to. All of that is included. Everything in there is going to enable you to create that reveal wheel. What I would say, other than, of course, your die cutting machine and your inks, what you will need to invest in, and you get them very, very inexpensively, are these brads, these split pins. Now, Joe, I got a bag of like a couple of hundred online for a couple of pounds.
Perfect.
So, like the little split pins, we'll show you these ones just shortly, how they're used, but that's what you're going to need to invest in. You've maybe got Sarah's Care and Thoughts collection where you've got some in there. Colour doesn't matter because you're not going to see them, but that's what you're going to need to actually create that reveal wheel. All of that inside with your double points in that monthly craft kit, which one is of course 53, and it's all about that reveal wheel.
Have you done tutorials for this one as well?
Absolutely, yep, they're on the box.
So they'll be
website.
over crafterscompanionbox.com is
That's
where
right.
you go and find those. They are sensational value. I think it's a great way for you to try it. And also, if you do already have a full Reveal the Wheel collection, then remember the designs in here that you're getting, the dies and the stamps, are exclusive to the box. It's going to complement that collection perfectly, or it's an excellent standalone. And the only way to get the papers and the cardstocks is in that box as well. Brilliant, brilliant value for you, so definitely snap it up. Under £20 or $20 if you are a platinum member. You will of course get double points, and you'd still get that daily free gift as well, because you're spending over 10, which is amazing. Something we looked at yesterday, very, very busy when we launched this, it is the Academy of Colour. Feathers and Furs is what we're looking at here. Absolutely brilliant. I'm going to open this up for you. The brilliant thing about these is it's like an education. It's like if the Open University did colouring, is what I like to think. All beautifully packaged. It's an incredible gift if you want to give it as a gift. It's going to work absolutely beautifully. You're getting so much in here as well. So all the different pens, exclusive of course to the box. We've got 3 aqua colours in here, and then you've got 6 of the duo colours as well, which is excellent. So you're going to get the warm beige and leather. You're also going to get the blossom and pink tint. This one here is your apple and emerald. That one there, you're going to get the meadow as well. So I'll just go through all of them. You're going to get warm beige leather, blossom pink tint, rose blush, cocktail pink, golden brown, cinnamon, apple, emerald, satsuma, bright orange, chestnut fawn, fuchsia tulip, leaf green and meadow. They are the colours that you are going to get in here. Absolutely love that this comes out. And then what you've got is this, of course, if you're using the original Academy of Colour system, this is going to clip right into your Academy of Colour booklet. It is absolutely a standalone collection as well if you want to use it like that. But these stamps and the images are designed to allow you to practice the technique. So yes, you're going to get something that's going to look amazing, but it's all about you learning this. You do also get as well, included in the box just here, this little sticker. On the back of there, you've got a QR code as well, so you're going to be able to download all of the education that is in there. And then you've even got cardstocks in here too. So you've got that really lovely textured watercolour card, and you've got your alcohol marker card. It's a 2-hour class with this particular box that you get access to. I think you're getting far and away amazing value if it was just the contents of the box that you were getting for this price. However, it isn't that, because you are going to get all of that education as well, which is fantastic. Let me just put this back into here. Now, we only launched this yesterday. Already 60% of the stock has already gone. We could be in a situation where this doesn't last the rest of today. It is very, very busy on this at the moment. Make sure you snap it up. $27.19, $35.96 as a platinum member. A lot of love coming in for the craft kit as well. Who we got here? Terry says it's really, really cute, the craft kit. Suzanne says, I'm thinking that cake is fake. Otherwise, there'd be a big Joe-shaped bite in the corner of it. Absolutely. There would be. There isn't actually any edible cake yet. I don't know if there's going to be any edible cake by the end of the event, Craig, but you can't have a birthday without cake, as far as I'm concerned. Edible cake.
Yeah.
Scan your wife's and trying to think of a new way to keep all my craft boxes, as I'm running out of room to keep them in the boxes. How many have people got at home? I'd love to know, because this, what number is this, Craig?
53.
53. So many of you. I reckon there's got to be viewers watching that have got all of them from the very, very start. So yeah, I'd love to know how many you've got. Let me know. And any other questions you've got about anything in the show, Crafters TV on Facebook, Crafters Companion if you are across on YouTube. But we're going to head back to Craig or Bagel. What would you like to share with us, Craig?
Right, we're going to do a demo with the craft kit here. So what I have already done is taken the turquoise cardstock, and I've cut this one down to 5 by 5. And then what I would suggest you do, what I do to make it really, really simple, draw a very light pencil line right in the cross, right into the middle. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to then bring in my die set. So this half circle, what this one does is it has a cutting edge on the, well, you're looking at it on the left-hand side that you can see here. What we're going to do is that little slit that's in the middle there, that's going to line up with your pencil line, and it's going to go right to the right-hand side. Now, you can do it so that it's going to be at the top or the left-hand side if you want. That's up to you. But we're just going to go in, and I'm just going to tape that one down to secure it. And then I'm going to go in with one of these little reveal apertures. So let's go in with this little bunting tag here. So what you've got within this is the actual design, that die cuts. This bit here, Joe, there's no die there. That doesn't do anything cut-wise. What that does, where you've got that tiny little V, that little nick there right at the bottom, you're going to line that up right into that center point. Hence why the center point of the pencil mark is quite important. It lets you see where the center is. So all that I'm then going to do is I'm just going to secure that one down into place. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of white multi-purpose cardstock, and I'm going to take the wheel die. So this one is a full circle that cuts all the way around. It doesn't cut in the middle part, apart from the center. There's a tiny little hole that die cuts. So what we're going to do is I'm going to secure that one down. Now, of course, if you're using your large Gemini, you'll be able to do these both at the same time. I've just got my junior, so I'm going to line that one up. So this part that I'm cutting now, that's where you're going to be able to pull around that wheel, and you're going to actually reveal the sentiment at the top.
And remember, you would get the gilding flakes as well, wouldn't you?
You will.
With this, Craig, you're spending 25 here, and you'll get double points, which is brilliant. Don't forget about the prize draw as well. The more you comment, the more chances you've got of winning the goodie bag and the gift voucher in this show and being entered into that grand prize draw a week on Sunday.
Absolutely. It's a fab. Really, really is fab. Think of all that crafty fun that you're going to have. Some of them you'll be able to incorporate with the reveals wheels if you go with them, because what you could do, yes, you could be using the stamps that are included, but keeping in mind the size of the aperture. If you've got other small stamps, or you've got your little alphabets, you just want to do single words or initials, you can then be doing that as well. Or if you're going to do it for a wedding, if you've got small stamps again, or you know, your little dies of that, it could be the date, then the next part could be the month, the next part could be the couple's initials. So you can have fun within the actual reveal. So what I'm going to do now is take this one away. So I've now got my circle with that little hole in the center. Now this next bit you can be doing individually. I do find it's a lot easier to use my large stamping platform. So all that I'm going to do is I'm going to secure this down to my magnetic base. And then what I'm going to do is on these stamps, what you've got, I call it a little cheese triangle. You've got your triangle and there's a little notch right at the top here in that center piece.
Perfect.
So what I'm going to do, there's also a little notch at 4 parts of your die cut. So top, bottom, left and right. So what I'm going to do here, Joe, is the tip of this triangle, that then goes to the center point of the die cut circle. And then all that I'm doing is that nick in the stamp, I'm going to run parallel with the nick in the cardstock. So I'm going to take the next one and I'm going to do exactly the same. So I'm just going to line up from that center. If you want to do a pencil line as a guide, you can do, but it's quite easy to do it visually. So we're going to work my way in. So we're going to go point to that center and we're just going to work in line with the nick that is at the end of your die cut. We're going to work our way in with our last one. We're going to do exactly the same. So this is what I mean by, you could be lining up and stamping each one individually. That would work no problem at all. But for me, I do just find it's easier to lay them all out, then come in with my stamping platform.
Everything in this box goes in the junior, doesn't it, Craig? Sophie's just
It does.
asking.
Yes, it does. You know, if you're wanting to do bigger cards, then of course you would need your larger Gemini. However, if you are just using them on the 5x5 cards that come included, or even up to 6x6, they will go through your junior or your midi. So no problem whatsoever. So if I then take that away, I'm just going to go in to that bit there. And then we've got drink Prosecco, dance on the table, eat cake, celebrate in style.
Sounds like a great night.
Does sound like a good night, doesn't it?
Nonna says, Joe, a party without cake is just a meeting. Exactly, my thoughts precisely.
I like that.
Yeah, I think Julia Child says that. It's quite a famous quote.
Really?
Yeah, Shaddai says, Shadia, sorry, says, Prince Joe, since I started collecting the box kits 3 years ago, today I have 25 now.
Wow.
Pam has got, doesn't have them all, but has too many to be able to count them quickly, Craig, so quite a few. Karen has got all of them, and they're all in the original boxes that they came in. Lynn has also got 51. She's only missing 17 and 20. That is good going.
That is really good going, isn't it? Really good going indeed. So what I've done here is I've taken the little template and I've drawn around it. I've put in a tiny little pencil point. Now, our circle nesting dies, there is one that matches this size. So if you want to use that instead, you can do. You just need to make sure that you get your center point in, because this is quite key. So what I'm going to do, now that I have found my stamping mat as to having my name on the back, which I seen when I was watching yesterday, wondered where it had disappeared to. So it's just at the side of me here, but I'm taking our one. And then all that I'm doing is I've just popped a little hole through the center there. So then what we can do is I'm bringing in my card blank here. Now I'm using a 6x6 one, Joe, but it could be the 5x5 that you've got included. And I've already put my matten layer on top. So I'm going to come in with all these key elements here. So what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to take my brad. So I'm going to go through this top one, and then I'm going to go through this base one, and then I'm going to split the pin. Don't be too strong with it. Don't press too hard. The harder you press, the more the pins will split, and it makes it tougher for this to turn. Okay. So then what you could also do, if you want to, again, use a pencil line as a guide, that's up to you. But I'm going to go in. I would be using my tacky glue when I'm doing this at home. For time and speed, I'm going to use my tape runner. And what I like to do is I go around the edge of that inner circle. Don't come too close up, otherwise what you're going to do is you're going to stop that reveal mechanism working. And then I'm going to come in to the center of my matten layer. Now this is what I mean by, at this point, if you wanted to use pencil line as a guide to line it up, you can do, but as you can see visually, it's quite central. And you've got
it moves quite freely
your
as well,
reveal.
doesn't it?
So it works really well. So as long as you don't press that split pin too much, then you've got that strong adhesion as well with the tape. I'm just going to press it that little bit more. Then when it comes to our little reveal aperture, the key thing with this one, this needs to be slightly higher. Otherwise, if it's completely on the same level, there's no give. You're not going to be able to spin it. So taking the back of it, I've gone in with some of our foam pads, and what I like to do, Joe, is pop. This one is a 4mm foam pad in depth. 3mm would work as well. And I'm only doing the corners because I don't want my circle, my wheel, to catch. So all that I'm going to do is I'm going to go in, and this is also what I mean by don't worry about the colour or the look of the brad because you're not going to see it. So all that I'm then going to do is I'm going to go in and I'm going to line that one up, and then you can see we've got, so I'm just, because I've not pressed too hard, I'm just going to centralise that a little bit better. There's a bit of a ski with the eyes there. So let's go in, and then I'm just going to lift that up, get that more into the centre there. Then we can see celebrate with style, eat cake, dance on the table, drink Prosecco. And then to finish off, what I'm going to do is I've taken a strip and a little bit of that ribbon that comes included. You've got your 9 reels, you've got 3 different lengths. So what I'm going to do is pop that one in to here. Let me just bend that one back on itself. Press that in. And then you've got your additional embellishment stamps. So what I've already done is I've gone in with a cupcake, stamped it out, cut it out, and I've coloured with my tri-blends. Keeping it very, very simple.
Oh, they look delicious. That's the kind of cake we need in the studio today, Craig.
It is. Completely agree with you. Completely agree. But then you've also got some bunting, you've got your champagne glasses, you've got your party hat as well. So you can add more to it if you want. I've already done the happy birthday. So what I'm then going to do is pop that one to the top here. I'm going to go in with turn here. And what you could do, before you assemble it, you could take one of these little arrow stamps, and then what you could do is stamp it so the recipient knows that they need to turn here.
Perfect.
But then all that I need to do is let's go in with a couple more foam pads, or at least one. I'm going to go on with the cupcake flat, and then with the next one, I'm going to go on with a little bit of height, and that can go into there. And then there we go. We've got what is our reveal wheel. And because we've not gone in with too much pressure on that split pin, and we have lifted my top layer with the foam pads, we've got that absolute ease of reveal when it comes to turning that wheel. So you can see that one there. So you could be making your 5x5 like you got within the box as well. So let's just go in. So this is, I'm not going to out anyone here, but what I'm going to say, this is where this back layer and this top layer have been stuck on that same level.
Right,
so
okay.
it's a little bit
both on pads,
harder.
or they're both flat down?
Both flat down.
Right.
So with your top layer, if you go in with a little bit extra height, then this is where you're going to get that absolute ease that you can see. But then what you could also do if you want, Joe, is it can go onto the top of a box that you can see there, or last but by no means least, doesn't have to be your square cards. You can go in with your easel cards if you want as well. So let's just go around once again. This one has been popped on flat. So as long as you go in with that little bit of height with your foam pads, or glue gel, you just need to let it dry. You've got that reveal wheel aspect. But there you go. So much fun, so fab. A lot of people will love these.
Yeah, they will. Lots of love coming in for that project too. Remember, full video tutorials as well as absolutely everything you need over at crafterscompanionbox.com. June says, on my very first Crafters Companion Live that I watched a few years back, I won my first monthly box with Debbie and Leanne. It's the Aqua Pens. I've since purchased many more. Lorraine's loving that demo, as is Laquieta, Bethan, Amelia, Tammy, Diane, Jackie, and Lynn. Lots of you going for that. Very, very busy. Brilliant value. Remember, if you are a Platinum member, under £20 or dollars. And we always say conservatively, there's at least kind of £50 worth of value in those boxes. So make sure he's snapping them up. We must go back to the ink pads. It is exceptionally busy on these, at the moment. So it is a slightly small collection than we bought you yesterday, but we have been able to secure some more stock. The value is comparative. Of that back in stock, over 10% gone already. You're going to get the Frosty Mint, the Amethyst, the Raspberry, Tropic Blue, Peach Rose and the Starlit Sky at $35.94 or $47.94. Remember, you're getting almost £26 or $34 worth of freebies included in here as well, because you're getting these three 3D embossing folders in there as well. So snap that up. A brand new concept when it comes to our ink pads, this, with the Shimmer technology in there, a new design and shape on the ink pad, and brand new colours, 6 brand new colours in there, which whilst they're different to everything that we have in our Harmony ranges, they will work and sit side by side with them absolutely beautifully. It is off the chart, exceptionally busy over on the website at the moment. I'm going to give you another opportunity to check out. So whilst you do that, here's some of the fun stuff we get up to here at Crafters TV.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. So, join our family of craft experts with live tutorials and demonstrations every day. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products here on Crafters TV. Get creative and craft along with our amazing deals. Your next craft project is only a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week or watch on catch up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook or our YouTube channel. You can chat to us, craft along and meet new friends in our online crafting community.
You entertain us. You give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
You all had time with each other! You're not through to boot camp. Get off!
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. So, stop what you're doing and enjoy the fun here on Crafters TV.
I have to tell you, every single person works tirelessly behind the scenes, and I can't just give a shout out to one person, because for me it has to be John, Tracy and Jake.
Going to give a shout out to our backstage hero, and I'm actually going to say heroes. It has got to be our product coordination team. It's got to be.
Because without those 3 people, when we're on air, we wouldn't be able to function like we do. They make sure we have everything we need, right from the samples to the product to having a drink of water throughout the show. They really look after us.
You see us day in, day out, 7 days a week, live on TV. We're crafting away. We're hopefully inspiring you. Every single card, every single product, every single tool that we touch has come from product coordination. Those guys are the unsung hero. They're there making sure we have the products, we have the inks, we have the tools, we have everything that we need. We have the power to actually work our Gemini ranges. The smooth running of behind the scenes of Crafters TV is all down to our product coordination team.
Well, knock me down with a feather. Crafters Companion is turning a sensational 17. And boy, do we have a celebration for you. We are bringing the razzle dazzle and putting on the glitz for a fabulous and flamboyant affair, and you're all invited.
From the 17th to the 30th of October, we'll be shining the spotlight on a glittering array of spectacular new launches, amazing offers, and so many show-stopping surprises.
Head on over to Crafters TV for a toe-tapping Tinseltown party with live fun and crafting goodies every single day.
Cocktail hour is already in full swing. So visit the Crafters Companion website to find out more, and of course, join the fun.
They're saying in the gallery how well I do unimpressed. I do, don't I? It's my go-to method, darling. Method, that's what it is. Right, let me share with you. Got to go back to that brand new launch. Some questions coming in about the ink pads as well. Just saw one here. I can't see who it's from. Oh, answers approximately how long do they take to dry? Leanne said yesterday about an hour, but you can blast them with a heat tool and speed that up if you want to. So I hope that helps. For Holiday saying good morning. Karen Wells has got more storage units so they can store all of their craft kits. and lots of you letting me know what you are ordering at the moment. We're going to go back through the main collection for you. I'm going to show you the collection that gets you absolutely everything right now, okay? So you're going to get, of course, the 12 by 12 paper pad. It is stunning. I love that some of it's quite true to life, some of it's a little abstract. I love that you've got almost like gilding on here, like faux foiling within this. All going to work beautifully. These ones are a little bit more abstract in design for you. Very, very warm colour palette is what you've got. And you've got your greens in there. The purples are stunning too. All uncoated too. So if you want to stamp on this, you want to ink over it, you absolutely can. 36 sheets in there for you. You're going to get that in the 12 by 12. And you'll also get it in the 6x6 size too. All resized in the 6x6. They're smaller designs. You want to make smaller cards, they are brilliant for allowing you to do that. We've then got the vellums for you. This one just here. So let me share these. That's what you're going to receive. And then these are all of the gorgeous designs that are coming your way. So you can see, very, very delicate. Vellum just gives you a slightly different feel to it's 150 GSM, the vellums. You've got 6 designs within here, which is awesome, and it colour matches perfectly and matches the designs that are in that 12 by 12 paper pad for you as well. You can see there just how beautiful those are. Really nice to have the vellums because it gives you the option of maybe just when you want a little more texture, you don't want cardstock, you've got that there for you. So that is your vellums, and then we've also got the luxury linen cardstock too. And the great thing about this is because the way these are designed, any single sheet of this cardstock will go with any one of the sheets in your 12 by 12 paper. That really is the concept and the point of a Sarah Signature collection, is that you can select anything from any part of this collection and it all works seamlessly together. Let me share this with you then, the sort of large show-stopping flower-making elephants? Flower-making elephants, that would be a talent, wouldn't it? Elements that you've got in here. This is your flower-making kit that you're looking at there. This is amazing. It's a crepe paper kit. So you're getting 5 different colours of the crepe paper. Do we know what GSM the crepe paper is? I've had a couple of questions come in. We'll try and find out for you, Christine. But this here, really lovely, beautifully delicate, fine textured, but really robust for shaping too. You've got the polystyrene balls, the floristry tape, and the sorry? 80 GSM. 80. I love that. Thank you. Outrageous. You've got that in there for you, which is amazing. And then, of course, you are getting the stencils to create those show-stopping flowers. And talk about show-stopping flowers. Can we just take a moment just to appreciate how amazing they are? And in here, what you're going to receive is you will get the dahlia. Dahlia or dahlia? I'm not sure.
I would say dahlia.
Dahlia. You've also got the rose. That's your peony. And you're going to get the, that's the carnation in there. Carnations look so incredibly beautiful in this collection. Then we move into the flower-forming foam elements and your flower-forming dyes too. So you've got dyes and foam. Again, the foam matched beautifully. Everything I'm sharing with you is available individually as well, should you want to grab it. So that one there is your flower-forming foam. You've also got the chrysanthemum there. Then you've got the peony, and you'll also get the rose in there too, which is that one, as you can see. So that's your flower forming foam and flower forming foam dyes. And then we have got all of these bits, which are kind of more your sort of paper crafting elements is what I'm going to call them. This one here is your elegant floral spray, absolutely stunning. Then we have the happy birthday, which is that one there. So these are your sentiments you can see here. Dearest friend, I love the font. It's going to look really cool on something like a matte mirror background maybe. You've got just for you. Then we move into the frame. So this one here, timeless elegance. You've got floral splendor. Of course, it wouldn't be a Sarah Signature without an edgeable. That one there is your statement floral bouquet. Fabulous friend. Stamps and dyes too. So if you want to get your colouring mediums involved, you can. This with the pretty peonies. This one here, you know what I say, Craig?
What's that?
If it ain't Baroque, don't fix it.
Don't fix it.
No, okay. Classic Baroque is that one just there. Absolutely nothing. Intricate arc is that one. You've got your flat back pearls. I love saying that. It really makes me laugh. I don't know why. And you've then got your ribbons in there too. Absolutely everything I just shared with you is coming your way. This would be £223 if you bought it individually in the UK. However, today we've taken £58 off of that and we brought it down to £175. If you were stateside, you'd be looking at $298, just short of $300. We've brought that down by taking almost $75 off of it. That brings it to $223. Now, everyone is in Club Inspire somewhere, aren't they? So what I would say is, make sure you're logged in when you're over on the website. The price you see is the price you pay. If you are a platinum member though, you will save another £35 or $44.60, which is absolutely amazing value. Looking at about almost £94 off as a platinum member, which is brilliant value. You're getting double points. You're going to get all the gifts included as well, which is fantastic. How much has gone here, Johnny? Over a third of the stock has gone. That doesn't take into account as well. Lots of you have already bought this, you've checked out, you've done all that during the show, but there are so many of you shopping on the website at the moment. We will get to each and every one of you, but when we give you these updates and tell you how much of the stock has gone, that is people that have checked out. There are so many more of you in the ordering process at the moment. I can't wait for you to get it out. I really can't wait for the pictures to start coming, Craig, to see what everyone does with them, how they interpret it, how they colour them up. It's going to be a real sort of learning curve, isn't it?
It really is. It absolutely is, whether you're just using key elements as a standalone, incorporating them together. But what we're going to do with this one is we're going to use the folders with the stencils. We're also going to use the charming my mum's. But what we're going to do is, instead of using the flower forming, what we're going to do is we're going to show you how you can still use the cardstock that's included in Create Flowers. So, starting off, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the 3D embossing folder, and I'm using our multi-purpose cardstock, and I'm going to run this one through. What we are going to do is, well, I will show you what mine looks like once I have already inked up with our water reactive inks. But what we're going to do is we're going to take some of our brand new Shimmer ink pads. Nice. Because with this embossing folder, you've got stencils with it as well. So you can pick out even more of that detail. So 3D embossing folder, it's our plastic, shim, cut and play and magnetic shim. So what we are then left with, you can see it really well there onto your cardstock. So even that, Joe, on white multi-purpose cardstock is fab. So if I bring in the stencils, so what you've got within the stencils is you've got all these that Joe was showing you just before, which these are all individual elements of the detail folder. And what you're going to do is you're going to start to layer them up. So for instance, this one here, all that you're going to do is layer up over the foliage. Let me get that the right way. So you're going to layer that up over the foliage leaves, and then you're going to ink up with your chosen ink. You're then going to take the next one, and then what you're going to do is you're going to line up. So you're going to line them up with the florals. So you've got the petals, you've got the florals, and you're doing them one by one. So we're going to go in. So I think I had mine that way. So what you're then going to do, layer up each one so that you can ink them. Now what I've done on my set at home, and I've actually done it with the studio set, what I've done so that I remember every single time what petal or what stencil goes on each one, I have cut a little corner off in each one. So what I've done, so this one here, so all of them, I've cut a little angle at the top left-hand side. So every time I know where I've got that angle, it's going to go at that top left-hand side. So I'm going to go there, I'm then going to go into there, and then you're just working your way along. So we're going to go into that one, into there, and then we're going to go into that one here. So for me, it's just a nice visual way to remember each time. Instead of going round each time, was it that one, was it that one, was it that one? I know that the stencil for each one is going to point to this top left-hand corner, and that is then going to be my visual aid. So that's what I have done.
Cool. If you've got any questions about this collection as well, you can get them into us, Crafters TV on Facebook, Crafters Companion if you're over on YouTube, and I'll fire them across to Craig on your behalf.
Absolutely, absolutely. So then what I'm going to do, Joe, is I'm going to come in and I'm going to overlay my first one. I like to use our low tack tape. I do it straight onto my glass mat, and whether I am using my inks or if I'm using any pastes, anything like that, I always like to create a hinge at the top. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop a little bit down at the bottom here. So let's have a look. Let's go with foliage. Let's go in with frosty mint here. And I'm going to use the finger daubers for these ones because Leanne had them out. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to ink up all of these leaves. So we're going to go in, so the leaves going in with the foliage using the frosty mint. So it's a nice way to add that shimmer to your Sepia Flower collections.
Still very busy on these, Craig, as well. They are available 6-piece collection with freebies, but they are going very quickly. Over 10% of that is back in stock. We restocked on a smaller bundle, didn't we? But it is going fast, that.
It was such an incredible day, because I was to say, while I was working away on my demos for today's show, I was watching yourself and Leanne. And I have to say, I'm not surprised that they sold out to start with, because they are an absolutely beautiful ink pad to work with. I had the pleasure of working with them a couple of weeks ago. There's actually a reel across on our Crafters Companion Instagram page.
Ah, perfect.
Where I've used them with an embossing folder. So you can check that one out. So that one there was our frosty mint. So I'm going to put that one back. So then if I take this one off, and the reason I always like to do a hinge is to lift that one up. I mean, look at that. You've got that 3D depth, but then not only have you got your ink, you've got that shimmer to it as well. So then I'm going to come in with the next one, and I'm going to overlay that one. And then what I'm going to do with this one, once I've got it in place, I'm actually, because it's a smaller stencil, I'm going to pop my hinge to the side. Let's now go in with, let's go in for down here, let's go in with a little bit of peach rose. And I'm going to add that one into here. So I'm going to go in, and what's really lovely about these as well is even if you go in really quite delicate so that they're quite light, you're still going to get that shimmer. You're still going to get that incredible effect from the ink pads. So I'm just going to go in using my finger dauber. You can be using your blending tool. It's what I usually use, but because these are nice and delicate, these stencils, I thought I'm just going to go in with my little finger dauber. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do this one as well. So I'm going to go into there, and then I think I'm going to leave that one for now, but what I'm going to do is let's go in with a little bit of amethyst. So what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to go in, I'm going to dab a little bit off, and then I'm just going to tap around the edge. So even though I'm layering on top of layering, I'm still going to get that shimmer coming through. So I'm going to go in, let's just go back in, I'm just going to blend that little bit out. So blending that one out. And
great that these blend together, as well as,
yeah.
I couldn't believe when you could stamp over them as well once they're dry. I think, because you think they're either going to do one or the other, don't you? Because they're either going to blend together or they're going to stamp over.
Exactly, yeah. That's what you think, isn't it? You really do think that. But you get that most beautiful shimmer. So that one, what I've done is I've gone in with the raspberry for that one. And then let's go in with my next stencil. So if I take that one away, I mean, look at that. Look, even that really shows off that shimmer straight away. Isn't that beautiful?
Just stunning, it really, really is. I'm going to announce the winner, Craig,
go
of
for
today's prize. Of course, a £25 gift voucher and a £25 goodie bag is being won in the show. And it is going to, it's Jen Vincent. Jen Vincent on Facebook.
Fab.
You are in the bucket. You've won a goodie bag and a gift voucher. You need to email us, please, prizes@crafterscompanion.com. And we're going to pop you in the bucket of luck, which means that you're going to be in that grand prize draw to win all of this. All of these crafty goodies that I'm about to share with you, and a £250 gift voucher as well, which is amazing. That'll be drawn a week on Sunday, which is great. I love that we're going to give all of that away to someone.
It is, isn't that fab? That really is, that someone's going to win all of that goodie. Imagine having all that crafty play when it comes to everything if you've won that. So I'm going to go into that one. I've gone in with a little bit of starlight blue, starlight sky, and I've gone in quite light. So I'm now going to go back in. So I'm going to match that centre component of the flower, which was I think it was the raspberry I'd done, wasn't it? So I'm going to go into there. So let's go back in with the raspberry. And you will see the difference from the one I've done yesterday at home with our water reactives compared to the shimmer. So also I'm going to go in, let's go in with the frosty mint again, and I'm going to go in the base of these flowers here, and then I'm going to go and I'm going to touch that up there with the raspberry. So you are step by step, you're embossing, then you're going in with your ink pads, whether it is our new shimmer ones, whether it's going to be our what reactives or our pigments, of course. I'm going to put that one in there. I'm going to go back in, so peach raspberry. So I'm going to add that one in. So let's just add that one in. But these ones I don't want to go too light. The thing is, you've got the control. You can go light, you can go heavy, you can go mediocre. That's up to yourself. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with this last one, and then once again, I'm just going to go back in with that peach rose.
When I first saw this and all the stencils, Craig, I'm going to be completely honest with you, right? I thought, gosh, that's a lot of hassle to ink up an embossing folder. I thought, are you really going to go to the effort of using the individual stencils to apply the ink?
Absolutely, you will.
Seeing it achieved, I mean, absolutely you are, because there's no other way that you'd be able to achieve this, is there?
No.
Such a clever way of doing it, and it looks like it's been sort of printed or manufactured professionally. I mean, it's an amazing result.
It really is. It really is. You know, and the colour choice that I've gone with that one there, pure and simply randomly, works so well with the flower collection. You know, so where you're set with flowers, and then even that subtleness of the starlit sky, you still get that shimmer coming through. I mean, look at that. So that's what it can look like if you're using your brand new shimmer ink pads. If you want to use your water reactive, like I've done yesterday, so that was pale fig, fuchsia, that was grasshopper, it was lemon tonic, and also it was honey pot as well. So the difference, but how fab that they both work together. You know, that one's bright, but that one's really bright and vibrant and in line with your Set with Flowers collection. So I'm going to move them out the way. Now I've taken a 5.5 by 7.5 card blank. I've done a layer with a piece of vellum, but I don't want to waste that vellum, Joe. So what I've done is I've taken the centre out, and then what I'm going to do is I've already got my adhesive on the back. I find with this collection, what I've been using a lot of as well is some black, because you can see there, I've gone around the edge with a little bit of black. So that can go onto my layer. I'm not going to press too hard because I don't want it to stick to my glass mat, but I'm going to come in. That can then go onto my card blank. Press that one in. And even just that, simply done, it looks beautiful. But what I've then done is using the linen cardstock from the collection. I've taken some of this pink and I've gone in with the charming thingy-mabobby mum, and I'm going to...
The what one, sorry?
You know I can't
The
say
China
it, Johnny.
Can you not say
It is that one.
Well, have a go. I want to hear you.
No, I can't say it.
Please.
I can't.
Purple burglar alarm.
I can't say that either.
I
cannot say.
Orange squash.
Diluting juice. Diluting juice.
Diluting juice.
Diluting juice. I have that discussion at home. I have that discussion at work.
It's divisive.
Everyone calls it squash, and I call it.
And also, the thing that blows me away is squash is not a thing in the US. It doesn't exist, you know.
Well, it is, but it's like pumpkin and stuff like that.
Yeah, but I must show you this video of this woman from Birmingham that now lives in the US, Craig, talking about all the foods that she can't get in the US that are from the UK. It's really quite funny. I'll have to send it to you. Gemini Midi, if you want that, £100 or dollars worth of bonus product, not bonus points there. Spending £70, we're going to send you £100 worth of freebies with that, which is excellent. So there's deals on all the machines actually over on the website, so do go and check them out. It's really that one occasion of the year, isn't it, Craig, where you stock up on everything, like adhesives, cardstock, gems, ribbons, any tools that you need, because this is where you're going to find the best deals of the year in this birthday event. So make sure if there's anything that you need whatsoever, that you are stocking up on it, whilst you've got the great deals, whilst you've got the double points, whilst you're getting the free gifts as well. It's a great time to restock.
It is. Have a look, see what you need, stock up, and take advantage of all the double points and benefits. So what I have done is, using the petals of that flower die, I would do 2 of each. I've got them all done, but I'm going to show you here. And you know, I've shown and explained this a number of times when creating flowers with paper or card. I like to use my stamping mat. I do it on the back and at the bottom, because if I was to do that into the middle, then I'm going to cause a big dent in my stamping mat, which would affect future stamping. Or if you can reach to a separate one that you use just for your flower forming. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in now with one of my ball tools, and this side here is the right side, so I'm shaping onto what is the right side of the flowers. And what I'm doing is I'm really pressing in, because I really want to create that shape. I really want to turn those petals up. So not only have you got the option now to create your flowers with the crepe paper, you've got the option to create your flowers with the flower forming foam. Don't forget, you can still be creating them when it comes to the paper and the card as well. So by going in, pressing in, so you've got your 1, 2, 3, 4, so you've got 5 petal dies, so you do each of these ones twice, so that'll give you your 10 of them. So if I do this last one, so even when it comes down to these small ones, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to really start to shape that one in, and then bend them in. And don't be scared to be quite rough with them, because you want to get in that shape. So what I can then do is bring in, so a few that I've already done. So we've got that one, I've got that one, I've then got the 2 mediums. So that's a medium, that's a small, that's a medium, and that's a small, and that's an even smaller one. So what I do is I like to use my tacky glue for this one, Joe. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to put a little bit of glue within the centre, and then I'm going to push that one in. So I'm just going to push and I'm going to press. So we're going to go in, so pushing and then pressing that we can see into here. So I'm going to
what
press
are you having for your lunch
one
today, Craig?
I'm not sure what I'm going to have.
Have you cooked? Do you cook?
I'm a good
sure
cook.
If you're a good cook or not.
I'm a good cook, yeah. You know, I may have told little porkies in the past about not being able to cook.
About not being able to cook? Why would you tell porkies about being able to cook?
I wanted to do something.
Right.
But they said you couldn't cook.
You had to not be able to cook.
Not be able to cook when I can cook. But they said I wouldn't cook. So, yeah.
What were you on?
So I was on. So actually, it was funny enough. It was also on BBC.
Right.
So yeah, it was show Can't Cook, Won't Cook.
Ah, was it with Ainsley Harriott?
Ainsley Harriott was the chef. Yeah.
Hello, Jill.
Yeah.
Love Ainsley.
He was the chef. Gosh, it was way back in 1999.
The summer of '99.
It was. Yep. 1999, and it was a Mother's Day and a comic relief. I know in the US, you guys over the last few years have started doing comic relief. So it was a comic relief and it was a Mother's Day special.
Oh, amazing. Did you win?
Well, because we were kids, I was against this other girl, they made it a draw.
Oh,
which I wasn't happy about at all.
There's nothing worse than that.
In it to win it.
Oh, you were both great. You can share
Yeah.
it. No, Margaret. I think I was better. Sil says, will you be selling the flower crepe paper separately? There's a bit of confusion here as well. And also, Nonna asked about the embossing folder. Every single element from this collection is available individually over on the website. Add in extras of whatever you want, buy whatever you want standalone, get the full collection, add bits and bobs in. You've got all the options when it comes to getting your hands on this brand new collection.
And then there we go. So spend a little bit more time, but you can see you've got your paper flower. So I've already done another 2 of them that we can see here. Let's bring in our flower. What I've also done as well, I've gone in, so using one of the sentiments, I've cut that and stamped that at an angle. So all that I'm going to do, I'm going to go in with my adhesive. You can use your tape if you want, and I've got it to the exact angle that you can see here. I'm going to go in with my glue gel, and then let's take, do you know what, we're running out of time. My glue gel's all gunked up. So I'll pop this in so that you can see, and then what I'll do is once we come off, when I'm tidying up, I'll go in with some of our glue gel. So you can go in with your flowers, and then even with these little leaves that I've cut, we're going to go in, I'm going to tuck that one in. Let's tuck that one. The bottom here, I would add a couple of gems so that we are filling it up. So we're going down at that angle, but I'll do that afterwards. Now you can see, so if we go in 5.5 by 7.5 card blank, so I would just add something down at the bottom here, and that's just one of many different flowers that you can be doing.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant, aren't they? Really great. Let me recap then exactly what you're getting in there. A third, nearly, over a third, 35% of the large collection, the big collection, which has the best deal and the best saving, has already sold out and gone. You are getting all of these different items in there included, which is amazing. You will get all the free gifts included too, which is of course your daily changing a free gift, which is this one, your gilding flakes. Finally said it right.
Yeah, you got it right. You've just got another 2 shows to go.
No, just another 2. So you're gonna get that in there. It's your kit as well with the adhesive and also with the sponge. I'll give that to you.
Yeah, I'll hold that. I'll be your glamorous assistant.
We have got this, which is, of course, when you're spending over £50 or dollars throughout the entirety of the event, get it, and it's great that it's exclusive, isn't it?
It is.
To this particular birthday event. So that's coming there for you, and that also has a cheeky little bonus gift in there as well, which is a 10 saving when you spend 50 through the months of November and December. So you're going to get that one.
Fabulous.
It's like a generation game,
Isn't it? Yeah,
and then what we've also got is these. So
no, they're not exclusive.
Glitter markers. Yeah, these are exclusive colours only to our birthday event, and these are when you spend 100, and you will also get a 20 off when you spend 100 during November and December. The great thing is, Craig, get all of them when you spend 100. So you're going to get the markers, you'll get the paper pad, and you'll get the gilding flakes as well. Craig, it's been a pleasure to spend a couple of hours with you. You're back tomorrow morning, is that right?
I am back tomorrow morning with Leanne for Wake Up Call, another lunch. Of course, I'm not going to tell you anything about that.
Big lunch.
I'll let Leanne do that later on.
Big
but yeah, it's going to be a fab day. I'm going home to watch the rest of the show.
Nice.
And see what Sarah does with her brand new signature collection. It's gorgeous.
It is so lovely. And on that note, myself and Sarah will be back here 2 p.m. here in the UK, 9 a.m. East Coast, 6 a.m. West Coast. We will see you here in the time. Thank you very much. Bye.